Powered by Reyna's Barbecue.
We've avoided all of the elements. We have stayed dry, a lot of lightning going on, a lot of rain happening. It's okay. We still have high school football for you, although we had to change our schedule quite a bit. Welcome to the fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue. It's been a wild night in the Rio Grande Valley. I'm Alex Del Barrio.
And I'm Rudy Mireles, and that Mother Nature just bringing it to us all over the valley tonight. So we've had all kinds of changes to the schedule.
Yeah, a lot of changes, but no worries. We got you covered. Our featured game of Rivalry Week this week was going to be a matchup in the 8th annual Snakeskin Classic. Both teams with one loss in district play, needing a win. But the rain did get in the way, and you take a look, don't worry, the Snakeskin Classic is still going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to happen tomorrow morning in Mission. 11 a.m. is the kickoff time for that game. And here's a couple other games that have changed as well. Edinburgh and La Jolla, that game pushed to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And Brownsville Pace and McAllen, that one now is going to be at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Edinburgh Economides and Mission, that game is happening at noon. That game will be played at Valley View Tiger Stadium. So for those folks that are Jaguars fans and Eagles fans, it's not going to be in Mission. It's going to be at Valley View Tiger Stadium tomorrow at noon.
Now, it is rivalry week, and even though we've had those weather disruptions, we still had a lot of great games this week.
Yeah, exactly. Now, including one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Texas, in Texas high school football. It's the 92nd year of the rivalry, the Battle of the Arroyo. Now, the actual game count is up for some historical debate. I bet Greg Selber knows the actual count, though. But because of multiple matchups in the 19 teens and some playoff encounters where they've met, the count is kind of way off. But either way, it's still a legendary rivalry between two great communities. And this year, it's two teams who are coming off losses in consecutive weeks to Harlingen South. Let's take a look at the highlights from Bobby Morrow Stadium tonight. San Benito needing a win. They lost last week against Harlingen South. 2 weeks ago was the Bird Bowl. Harlingen on the move early. It's Joe Lopez connecting downfield, but it's unfortunately connecting with a San Benito Greyhound. Mariano Garcia coming up with the interception. San Benito looking to cash in off the turnover, looking for the field goal. That kick was no good. We're still scoreless with under a minute to go in the second. Lopez going deep here, and Isaiah Perales able to haul in the catch there. Cardinals able to strike first, leading it 7-0. The Cardinals would tack on a field goal in the third, and now the Greyhounds looking for a spark on offense. Andres Villarran's throw intercepted by Albert Vasquez. Harlingen defense coming up big. Cardinals making the Greyhounds pay. This touchdown, Isaiah Bell, he's been fantastic all season long. San Benito trying to make this a game, but Ray Castillo says, not on my watch. That pick seals the game for Harlingen. Cardinals improved to 5-2 on the season as they pick up the victory over San Benito tonight. 17-0 the final in the Battle of the Arroyo. It's 3 straight victories in the Battle of the Arroyo for the Harlingen Cardinals. Let's catch up with Monica de Anda, who caught up with Manny Gomez.
We just wrapped up the Battle of the Arroyo. Harlingen taking the win, 17-0. I'm going to bring in head coach Manny Gomez. Coach, how are you feeling after this victory?
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm just ecstatic. I'm joyful, gracious for these kids. You know, all glory to God. And, you know, these kids, they put in so much work. If you guys only knew how much work these kids put in. You know, and all my hats off to Coach Gomez up here at San Benito, because their kids put in work too. You know, and that's the whole thing sometimes about just having some favor and stuff. And I thought that favor was on our favor tonight, and the kids played hard. But, you know, it's what it is. It's what we prepare for. We don't rely on the hype. We rely on our preparation, and it showed up today.
Now tell me, the first half, it looked like the offense was it was stalling to get the drives going. What did you tell them and during halftime coming out to the second half?
Really, they told themselves. They knew what they had to do and stuff. Certain things that we emphasized and what we saw on film. And, you know, it just took the speed of the game to get adjusted to it. Unfortunately, it took us 2 quarters to get adjused to it. But that's why we got 4 quarters, and that's why we went at halftime, regroup, refocus, and well, the rest is history, you know. But the bottom line is, these kids are resilient. We've trained for 5 quarters. Thank God we didn't have to use it today, but kids came up and showed off.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach. Congrats. I'm going to go ahead and bring in now Ray Castillo. He made an interception towards the end of the game that kind of sealed off any chance for San Benito. Ray, what was going through your mind during that play?
Man, it was just amazing. It was a great feeling that me and my teammates, all the hard work that we put in. And, man, I couldn't have done that without my teammates, without the D-line linebackers getting to the quarterback and the coaches too, man.
Talk to me a little bit about the defense, the connection you guys had all night long. You guys were making it hard for the Greyhounds to get any yards. How have this group of boys grown throughout the season?
It goes back to all the hard work we put in, the early mornings, so that we'll wake up. After school, we'll stay after everyone leaves. And we just build our chemistry, and we're one of the strongest defense in the valley right now.
You guys are Battle of the Arroyo champions for 3 years in a row now. What's your message to any team that you're going to play going forward?
No, I mean, we just had to come out to making a statement. because we lost Bearable, and we just had to come out and get the dub in Boda, and I'm just so proud of my teammates and coaches.
Thanks, Ray. Harlingen wins the Bird Bowl 17-0. They have Los Fresnos next. As for San Benito, they dropped their second in a row. Next week, they'll face Donna North. For now, reporting from San Benito, Monica de Anda, Channel 5 Sports.
All right, thanks, Monica. Over now to Leo Aguilar Stadium. You just heard Los Fresnos going to be facing one of those teams next week. They hosted the Panthers. Falcons QB Matthew Padilla going to dish this one out to Hector Munoz. That run good for 6 points. 6-0 Falcons. They'd get on the board right away, as you can see there. Panthers wouldn't be outdone, though. QB Justin Rodriguez going to air this one out to Mickey Jones. And that's going to be a catch right there. What a beautiful, he actually had to run back, is a little bit underthrown. It would set up this play. Rodriguez, he's going to keep the ball, 6 for him. The extra point would be good here. That would put the Panthers in the lead, 7-6. Heading over to the second quarter now. This is where the Falcons are going to just absolutely take over the rest of the game. Hector Munoz again with the toss from Padilla. Hey, it worked last time. Guess what? It's going to work again. He's going to punch it in for the TD right here. The final from Los Fresnos tonight. Los Fresnos 44, Weslaco 21.
All right, some scores in District 32 6A. Just one on the slate for tonight. Harlingen South over Donna North 49-7, so they remain unbeaten. They have a great track to finishing this thing off and winning a district championship with an unbeaten season. Meanwhile, Brownsville-Rivetta, Brownsville-Hanna, that game originally scheduled to be played tomorrow over at Sam Stadium. That'll be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
All right, Mercedes visiting PSJA Southwest at PSJA Stadium. The Tigers looking to bounce back from their first loss this season. Mercedes high-powered offense for Mercedes would get things going here. Right off the bat, QB Michael Cisneros to Tyrell Trevino for 25 yards. Just shy of the end zone. That's going to set up this right here. Miguel Jimenez finishing up that drive for 7. Mercedes 7-0. QB Michael Cisneros, Tiger off again, deep, wide open. Joseph Rocha for the 41-yard reception. Mercedes up 14. On to the second quarter's Tiger offense, firing on all cylinders. Cisneros, Tyrell Trevino, again, 21-0. Again here, seeing a trend now. Michael Cisneros to Tyrell Trevino for the 18 yards. Trevino will get past some defenders and into the end zone there for that second touchdown of the night. Mercedes up 28-0. Just before halftime, PSJA Southwest can't make anything out of that pass. He's going to be picked off by Austin Davila, takes it back for another 6 points. I don't know how many of those he has this year, but it's at least 2. I know that. Final. Tigers bounce back into the win column this week, looking a little more like the Mercedes Tigers we've seen, dominating the Javelina 63-0.
Yeah, and we heard from head coach Roger Adame. They've got a big matchup coming up next week as they take on Mission Veterans, a game that should decide the district championship. Now, that was a game that took place last night over at PSJ Stadium. Tonight, the rain and the lightning got to the Tri-City Classic, PSG North against PSJA, but they would not be denied. 9:30 was the start time for tonight, so they are still in action. So we're going to go over to PSJ Stadium. Brandon Benitez is there. Brandon, you've still got action going on tonight. It's like extra football, free football for the fans of PSJ.
Free football indeed. But hey, before we get into the matchup and everything that goes into Rivalry Week, I want to take it back to something that I thought I heard in the intro from you and Rudy. Who's this we that we're talking about in terms of staying dry? That was not the case for everybody else, my friends. I will tell you. But hey, Rivalry Week continues. We have a matchup tonight, PSJA versus PSJA North. You're right, the matchup still going on right behind me. But let's take you into the first half action right now as you speak, because a lot on the line for both of these teams tonight going into this match. Take a look. Who is your daddy? Well, PSJ North student section, we're about to find out. Isaac Gonzalez taking in for the opening score right here. Touchdown for the Raiders, and it's a 7-0 ball game right from the jump. Look at him being pumped up. But hey, why not give it to him again? Isaac Gonzalez right up the gut, 57 yards, turning on the burners, and bye-bye. Nobody in sight there to catch him. Touchdown there makes it 14-0 PSJA North. But Bears came to play though. Here's Joe Lopez finding Christian Gamboa, 14-7. Now is the score right there. Thanks to this long touchdown right here. What a grab, and he was able to make his way into the end zone there. But more action. Let's go more Raiders. Here's Jack Lugo. We've been talking about Jack Lugo. We've been talking about Isaac Gonzalez as playmakers. They've been doing it, leading this backfield. Raiders really know how to run the ball. Jack Lugo right there for the touchdown there makes it 21-7, and it's actually been all Raiders all game long. As we speak, it's a 28-7 game, and we're about midway through the third quarter, And a lot of game action left still to be played, but PSJA North right now sitting in third place of 31-6A football. Looks like they're about to make it 4-1 and still in the lead. They still have to wait on to see how Edinburgh fares tomorrow when they play La Jolla. But what a game so far for the Raiders. I guess we're finding out whose daddy is whose, right? I'll send it back to you in studio, Alex. Live in FAR, I'm Brandon Benitez. It's Channel 5 Sports.
All right, don't go anywhere, and we appreciate you letting us stay dry while you get to stay wet out there. But let's ask you a real question here first. It's been a while since you've seen this PSJA North defense. They haven't allowed a point in 3 weeks. They obviously gave up a touchdown here tonight. Tell us about what you've seen from this PSJA North defense tonight.
Just utter domination. This defense has shutouts in more than half of their games going into this matchup. And yeah, PSJA was able to get a nice long touchdown there, but it's been all defense. You can't get anything on the ground, can't get anything in the air. It's been very limited for the Bears so far.
All right, thanks a lot, Brandon. We might check in with you a little bit later on, but stay dry while you can. All right, thanks a lot. And again, Rudy, this situation, we're already week 8 of Valley High School football. We've right up on the edge of the playoffs here, so it's going to be an exciting last final 3 weeks of the season.
Oh yeah, absolutely, especially when you're seeing teams doing exactly what they did, holding their opponents to so very few points. I mean, we've seen it all year, a lot of dominance, but the defensive side of the ball is something we haven't seen a whole bunch of.
Yeah, we always watch these teams with a lot of points. You just did the Mercedes Tigers there. They've scored 60-plus points 3 or 4 times this season, but it's the defense that
Austin Davila, I mean, right there is a perfect example. Another pick 6 this week, and that's something that's been ongoing for them all year. Yeah,
he's been fantastic. And again, we go back to the 16-5A Division II. Mercedes taking on Mission Veterans. That's going to be next week. That's very likely going to be our game of the week. We'll have to wait and see. But let's take a look at some other scores here for you. In 16-5A Division II, Roma with a big victory. They're still in that playoff hunt. They are trying to get that number 4 seed, but they're still in the hunt. 52-14 tonight over the Valley View Tigers. PSJ Memorial and Edcal Chelsea. La Máquina Amarilla. Watch out now. You know, they had the tough part of their schedule early, but now they're coming up with some victories, 63-0 over PSJA Memorial. They beat Sherryland Pioneer last week. Now, we're going to take a quick timeout here on the 5th quarter. When we come back, we're going to talk to head coach Patrick Shelby of the Mac High Bulldogs. Stay with us. This is the 5th quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue.
Welcome to Reyna's Barbecue, serving the best barbecue in the RGV. Try out our smoking hot and delicious brisket, ribs, chicken, botanas, and tacos with over 70 menu items to choose from. Our signature sides are freshly made in-house. Visit Reyna's Barbecue for lunch, dinner, and happy hour with 2 locations, Weslaco and Harlingen, available for dine-in, takeout, drive-through, and catering.
At Reyna's Barbecue, we look forward to serving you.
Stay safe and see you soon at Reyna's Barbecue.
GM Certified Buyers, thank you for making Clark Chevrolet the #1 GM Certified dealer in the Rio Grande Valley. Your loyal business helped Clark Chevrolet sell more GM Certified units than all Valley Chevy dealers combined. To say thank you, Clark Chevrolet has reduced prices on every GM Certified in stock. Every GM Certified comes with a 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty, roadside assistance, and more. Plus, your genuine GM Certified factory warranty is accepted at any GM location.
Clark Chevrolet and McAllen. Somos familia.
At Rio Bank, we know banking's not about transactions, it's about relationships. We'll always do our best to say yes and to meet the financial needs of our customers. We are constantly improving for our customers, from home mortgage lending to online banking. It's just never been easier. Building a better relationship with you is important to us.
We would like to invite you to join our Rio Bank family.
Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her life.
This year, an estimated 43,000 women will lose their battle to breast cancer in the U.S.
Join me on Daytime every Wednesday in October as we discuss breast cancer awareness. Watch Daytime with Kimberly and Esteban at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Somos El Valle, Channel 5.3, Cable 1241, and 2 p.m. on Channel 5.
All right, welcome back to the fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's Barbecue. And, you know, we've been doing a lot of different things here in the fifth quarter. We've had some live interviews in studio. We've also had some interviews over on the big wall here. Obviously, we just talked to Brandon Benitez, who's over at that big game at PSJA North that's still going on right now just because of all the weather delays. One team that didn't get a chance to play tonight, they're going to end up having to play tomorrow, is the Mac High Bulldogs. They are rolling right now. They're the #2 team in our sub-6A first and goal power poll, and the head coach of the Mac High Bulldogs, Patrick Shelby, joins us now. And Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to join us here via Zoom. And Coach, obviously rough one tonight, not being able to get on the field. You'll get on the field tomorrow afternoon over at your home stadium. But Coach, it's been a really great season for you. I remember talking to you just a week before the season started, and you felt like you finally had the group that was yours from 3 years ago. They grew up with you, and now they're seniors. Tell me how this season, at least in your eyes, has gone for you so far.
This season, this year has gone pretty good for us. Yes, it has been a tough season because we are in a tough 16-5A district with a lot of good football teams. But for us, our guys just continue to work extremely hard for us every single day and give us everything they got. So we're extremely proud of them, and to get to see them grow up from being sophomores to seniors this year is pretty special.
Now, Coach, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about some of your star players here. Hunter Curl, a quarterback for you. Christian Echazareta, who's been on statewide lists in terms of his performances in games this year. When you've got athletes like that, how much easier is your job when you've got a quarterback like Hunter Curl and a playmaker like Christian Echazareta?
I don't know if it makes it easier because teams tend to key in on those guys. So, it sometimes it gets a little bit harder, but it is good to have them on our side with the playmaking ability that they do have. Obviously Hunter Curl at the quarterback position, 3-year starter for us. So it's always good to have him. And then also have Christian there for us also. He's been with us for 2 years, and that young man has grown up right before our eyes, and he's doing big things for us, so we'll get to have him back next year too. So extremely proud of those two.
Now, as you look ahead, obviously you've got a big matchup coming up tomorrow. You've already faced McAllen Memorial this year, and you obviously maybe could see them again down the road if things break your way in the postseason. But right now, you guys are still trying to get to a district championship, get a co-championship potentially here. Tell me how you stay focused to try to continue on this great season you've been on, kind of bringing back the Bulldogs from where they had been maybe previously before you got there.
Well, really it started in 2019 when I first got there. These young men, they all had goals that they wanted to accomplish as a football program, by the time they were seniors. And right now, through all the hard work that they've put in throughout the course of the summer and off seasons that we've had together, even though it hadn't been that much with everything that happened last year with the COVID-19, they continue to stick together as a group. And the chemistry between these young men through this whole team is awesome to see. And, we tell our guys 1 week at a time, don't start looking down the road. Don't start looking towards the playoffs because, if we don't take care of business week by week, we might not have that opportunity. So they're doing everything that we ask them to do. Pay attention to your opponent that you have this week, stay focused, and then let's go out and do whatever we can to execute to be successful, to get to that accomplishments that those young men want to accomplish.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate you staying up with us, taking the time. Best of luck tomorrow, and best of luck the rest of the way. It's been fun to watch your Bulldogs team this season, and we really appreciate you joining us on the fifth quarter tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me. Go Bulldogs.
Over now to Benny LaPrade Stadium. Donna hosting McAllen Memorial tonight. Mustangs, JP Cortez, he's going to be under center, and right here he's going to toss this one over to Gerardo Rodriguez. Short run there. He's tackled quick, but it's in the end zone, so it's good for 6. Extra point would be good. 7-0 Mustangs. That play works so well. Why don't we try it again? Cortez spreading the love, this time over to Ethan Castillo, who runs it in. Mustangs up 14-0 there. On the next play here, JP Cortez not going to be limited to the turf tonight. He's going to air this one out to Arian Elizondo. He's going to score there. Mustangs up 21-0. A lot of rain delays, but we do have a final 42-14. Mustangs over Donna. And now look at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Weslaco East looking to bounce back after last week's loss to Mac High. They host Palmview tonight.
Welcome to Reyna's Barbecue, serving the best barbecue in the RGV. Try out our smoking hot and delicious brisket, ribs, chicken, botanas, and tacos with over 70 menu items to choose from. Our signature sides are freshly made in-house. Visit Reyna's Barbecue for lunch, dinner, and happy hour with 2 locations, Weslaco and Harlingen, available for dine-in, takeout, drive-thru, and catering.
At Reyna's Barbecue, we look forward to serving you.
Stay safe and see you soon at Reyna's Barbecue.
It's the horror sale at South Texas Buick GMC. Come see the region's largest selection of Buick and GMC 2021s. No payment for 120 days, plus qualify and take 0% interest for 72 months. GMC, we are professional grade. Make your driving appointment by calling 956-661-5000 or make your application online, southtexasgmc.com, because we're the dealership of the year. South Texas Buick GMC, not the biggest, just the best.
KRGV Channel 5 has a strong commitment to closed captioning our broadcasts. This allows the deaf and hard of hearing to watch the news and get the same information as our other viewers. For more information on KRGV Channel 5 closed captioning, contact Paul Aguayo, P.O. Box 5, Weslaco, Texas 78599-0005. You can call Paul at 956-968-5555, extension 5627, or email Pablo A at krgv.com. After hours phone number 956-968-3636.
Hey everybody, this month, as you well know, is an extremely important month, the fight against breast cancer. And so we are going to donate a portion of the proceeds of every sale to help fight breast cancer. Charlie Clardy-san, orale!
Get news, weather, and sports, plus a look behind the scenes at Channel 5 News on social media. Follow the Valley's News Channel on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Welcome to Reyna's Barbecue, serving the best barbecue in the RGV. Try out our smoking hot and delicious brisket, ribs, chicken, botanas, and tacos with over 70 menu items to choose from. Our signature sides are freshly made in-house. Visit Reyna's Barbecue for lunch, dinner, and happy hour with 2 locations, Weslaco and Harlingen, available for dine-in, takeout, drive-thru, and catering.
At Reyna's Barbecue, we look forward to serving you.
Stay safe and see you soon at Reyna's Barbecue.
The end is inevitable, Jay Gonzalez. You're a veteran in your industry, still working hard for clients and getting results. Your kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir, but not today.
KRGV Channel 5 has a strong commitment to closed captioning our broadcasts. This allows the deaf and hard of hearing to watch the news and get the same information as our other viewers. For more information on KRGV Channel 5 closed captioning, contact Paul Aguayo, P.O. Box 5, Weslaco, Texas 78599-0005. You can call Paul at 956-968-5555, extension 5627, or email Pablo A at krgv.com. After hours phone number 956-968-3636.
Are you a high school senior? Do you live in Hidalgo, Cameron, or Starr County? Are financial hardships keeping you from college? Vamos may have a scholar opportunity for you. Vamos has been helping students in the RGV pursue their goal of higher education for 25 years. Let us help you today. All you have to do is visit VamosScholars.org to see if you qualify for one of our scholarship opportunities. The deadline is coming up soon. Vamos!
Tune in to Hechos Valle at 10, the newscast with the most coverage in the Rio Grande Valley. Marianela Aguirre and Hugo Magallan bring you more local news from the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas, and Northern Mexico, and the most accurate weather forecast with Karen Gonzalez.
Para nosotros tranquilas.
Supported by First Warn 5 Storm Tracking Team. Hechos Valle at 10, Monday to Friday, only on Azteca Valle, Channel 5.2, Cable 1240. Somos su canal.
Are you tired of the same old expensive furniture? Modern Express Furniture, the store you've been waiting for. Visit any of our locations, Bar, Mission, or Harlingen. We have everything you've been looking for at 50% off. In-store or online, financing is available. No credit needed. Modern Express Furniture, because different is what you've been looking for.
Hey everybody, this month, as you well know, is an extremely important month, the fight against breast cancer. And so we are going to donate a portion of the proceeds of every sale to help fight breast cancer. Charlie Clarity-san, orale!
Celebrate Dia de los Muertos, Recuerdos y Ofrendas at the Museum of South Texas History in Edinburgh. Starting October 30th, you can enjoy festivities with the community altar exhibit and activities supported by HEB. Visit mosthistory.org/events for the latest details.
Hechos Valle AM, the only morning newscast en español, Monday through Friday. Daisy Martinez and Arturo Vargas, informing you about local news in South Texas and Mexico.
Sobre todo aquí en el Valle.
Jessica Suarez has the most accurate weather forecast and traffic report for you to plan your day. Hechos Valle AM, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. only on Azteca Valle, Channel 5.2, Cable 1240. Somos su canal.
Who among us could disagree with the reality that we live in trying times? However, the campuses of UTRGV, Edinburgh, Harlingen, and Brownsville have risen to the occasion to offer help
to those of you who are in need of professional counseling during these difficult moments. Help can be just a phone call away. Please avail yourself of a service that is being offered free to the public and put yourself on track to a happier, more productive life.
Hechos Valle Mediodía gives you the information you need to plan your day. Daisy Martinez and Arturo Vargas, informing you about the events that affect you and your family. Jessica Suarez with the weather forecast and traffic report with the support of First Warn 5 Weather Team. Our coverage does not end at the border, but extends to both sides of the river, from the Rio Grande Valley to northern Mexico. Hechos Valle Mediodía on Azteca Valle, Channel 5.2, Cable 1240. Somos su canal.
Well, we knew it was going to be one of those nights here on the fifth quarter with all the rain, with all the craziness that's happening. Welcome back. We apologize for the technical difficulties. He's Rudy Mireles. I'm Alex Robadio. And Rudy, you were in the zone right there doing.
I was. I felt like after 8 weeks, I finally got it. It only took 2 months. 3/4 or 2/3 of the way.
You start calling you the Scott Van Pelt here coming up on Sunday.
I'm more of a Kenny Mayne.
You're more of a Kenny Mayne type of guy.
The guy that gets fired.
All right, there you go. All right, let's continue on. Rivalry week continues. It's the Battle of Southmost going on over at Sam Stadium tonight. And we had a huge matchup here. This one always a big one. Here's Alejandro Stevens running it in the first quarter, looking downfield for the pass, makes the decision to run, but goes into the end zone. 7-0 Porter. Later in the first, Lopez responds with their own play. It's Jacob Cortinas throwing it deep to Johnny Munoz, who falls backwards into the end zone. They don't let you do that. They don't let you do that. So the refs call on sportsmanlike conduct at the 1, sending the Lobos back 15 yards. Doesn't matter. Cortinas does it again, finds Munoz again, makes the catch. This time it counted, though. Extra point good. 7-7 game. Porter gets the ball back, and you can see Gunnar Williams taking the snap, running it down the sideline, staying in bounds, and going straight into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point was good. Porter up 14-7 at that point. Final score from the Battle of Southmost tonight as we take a look. 27-24, Porter defeats the Lobos over in Brownsville.
And taking a look at some third quarter action, Port Isabel taking on Rio Hondo. We see a long pass to Michael Perez right here. He's going to take that, going to run it all the way in, almost all the way in to the end zone there. Bobcats would eventually take a lead. The final from Tarpon Stadium. We pull up that final from Tarpon Stadium. There it is, final from Tarpon Stadium, 27-24, Port Isabel over the Bobcats.
That was a big one in 16-4A Division II, Port Isabel needing that. So here, let's take it on. La Grulla taking on La Feria tonight. This one over in La Feria, making their way down the field. Andrew Sanchez takes it in himself, runs it in for the touchdown. Grulla striking first, 7-0 lead for the Gators, but La Feria would not let that go unanswered. Aaron Trevino with the handoff to Justin Rodriguez. They're not going to get him. Takes it in the end zone for the touchdown. 51 yards later, La Feria with the 2-point conversion goes up 8-7. Beginning of the second quarter, it's Sanchez keeping it again. His second touchdown of the night, finds his way in the end zone. And how about this? Grulla responding, regains the lead at 14-8. And the Gators offense on a hot streak. It's Ryan Cienfuentes takes it in. Grulla up 28-14, back and forth in that first half, but under a minute to go in that first half. It's Trevino finding Joaquin Trevino with a stunning catch from deep. La Feria within 8, and La Feria would go on to win it, actually running away in the second half, 51-34, the final in La Feria. Let's take a look at some finals tonight. We'll start in the 4A ranks. Hidalgo, 20-0 victory over HM King. That Hidalgo defense came to play tonight. Sinton, meanwhile, continues to shut out Valley teams, 48-0 over the Raymondville Bearcats tonight.
And taking a look at some of other scores, Lyford going to fall to San Diego 24-6. Progreso losing to Santa Gertrudis Lions 35-0. And Odom going to just put the hurting on Monte Alto 60-0 there. Santa Rosa falling to the Banquet Bulldogs 33-12 the final.
And then Santa Maria falling to Fremont 22-6. St. Joseph Bloodhounds fall to St. Michael's 51-6.
When we return, one more check-in with Brandon out at the field, and you're watching the fifth quarter.
Come fall in love with driving again at Bert Ogden Kia. Right now, get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months on a 2022 Soul. Plus, get the Kia 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. There's new Kias arriving daily at 2 great locations, Bert Ogden Kia in Mission or Harlingen.
Are you a playmaker? Touchdown pass. You're a playmaker. Quarterback sack? Playmaker. Every week, the Channel 5 sports team will recognize the top performers as official Channel 5 sports playmakers every Tuesday, 6 and 10 on Channel 5. Great school spirit? Playmaker. Are you a playmaker?
Playmakers is supported by Audi of San Juan.
Come fall in love with driving again at Bert Ogden Kia. Right now, get 0.9% APR for up to 60 months on a 2022 Soul. Plus, get the Kia 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. There's new Kias arriving daily at 2 great locations, Bert Ogden Kia in Mission or Harlingen.
Welcome back to the fifth quarter, I promise, powered by Reyna's Barbecue, and it's truly a fifth quarter because we have overtime.
That's right.
Yeah, a true fifth quarter.
Bonus football. That's what the word I was looking for when you were talking to Brandon earlier. Bonus football.
Bonus football. That's certainly what they're getting tonight over at PSJA. Now, Brandon Benitez still in PSJA as the Bears and the Raiders in the Tri-City Classic. Raiders obviously trying to stay in position to be that second place team out of District 31 6A. And they're still a young team for PSJA High. But Brandon, what's the update on the game that's still going on over in FAR?
One word for you, Alex. One word right here is Raiders. Right now, they're winning by 4 scores. In fact, they're right in front of us. So I'm going to show you this next play that they've got going on right now. It's PSJA North leading PSJA 35-7. But hey, rain or shine, we've had such a good time out here. Now, it's funny though, I want to say this. You must have a way with words, at least Jinx's ADB, because as soon as you said stay dry out there, oh, you better believe it started raining once again, and it hasn't let up since. Now, granted, it's just a little drizzle. It's just a little bit, and that's no problem at all. It's football. I'm having a good time out here. Everybody is. In fact, we still have both student sections just as rowdy right now as they were pre-game. In fact, I'm going to have them, actually, we'll take a look at this play right now. I think it's 3rd and 2. Ball is on the, I want to say 10-yard line. We'll see what happens right now with the Raiders. Looks like we got a timeout. Of course we did. Yep, it happens that way sometimes, folks. But, hey, despite the rain and despite the loss, PSJA's student section, in fact, I want to pan over to them and let's show them just how rowdy this student section is. Probably one of the best in the Valley I've seen. I've never seen a student section be so hyped up as we speak, despite being down 4 scores. But hey, the PSJA North student section must have been hearing me, because if we pan over to their side now, they're still loud, and they're, even just a couple minutes ago, they were chanting "Who's your daddy?" I know we were talking about whose sign that was pregame, and it's been all Raiders this entire game. Right now, we're still in the 4th quarter, but a lot of football left to be played, even beyond this game. PSJA North, Alex, as you mentioned, still hoping to see if they can overtake second place. Mission right now is still in that spot. But a win here with the Raiders could catapult them, and their defense is a big reason why they've been so stellar this season. In fact, they rank just behind Vela. Shocker, right? Yeah, they rank just behind Vela in terms of yards allowed, points allowed, and this PSJA North squad is looking like they're about to score again. Now, coming out of the timeout, let's see what we have right now. I'm gonna let them take over right now. Let's see. In the gun. Up. Running up the middle. Let's see, stout Bears defense right there. Not really going too many places. But hey, whether they score or not, it's actually just about, game is just about as far as done as it can possibly be. Right now, like I said, 35-7. We'll see if they score a touchdown or settle for a field goal for here. But I'll send it back to you in studio, Alex. Live and far, I'm Brandon Benitez, Channel 5 Sports.
Brandon, nice attempt at the play-by-play there. Why don't you keep that to Joe Buck and those guys? You know what?
I felt like I was listening to
I'll leave that to you. I'll leave that to you, actually. Don't you worry. Yeah. I'm still working on trying to be ADB one day.
Aren't we all?
I feel like you had a good podcast going on there for a while. Like you were breaking down, like what is that? The Manning playroom or whatever. Yeah, that's what it felt like as you broke down the plays.
Yeah. This isn't. Yeah, you're right. This isn't your traditional broadcast. This is behind the scenes. I'm going to show you guys the student sections. I'm going to show you everything else that's fun, even outside of football, even with all the rain coming down on us. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a traditional play-by-play each and every time, my guys.
That's what the guys who can't do play-by-play decide to say. Brandon, we appreciate the time. Enjoy your time the rest of the night out there. We appreciate you going from Mission all the way to Far. And he actually went to Weslaco for us tonight as well to shoot that game. So he's been all over the place. Brandon, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see you here in the office, I'm sure, some point tonight. All right, now today's rain pushing 4 games to Saturday. Let's take a look at that schedule here, Rudy. As again, the the Snakeskin Classic between the Pioneer Diamondbacks and the Sharyland Rattlers. That game being moved to tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then Edinburgh taking on La Jolla. That game rained out as well. That one will be played at 10 a.m. tomorrow over at LJISD Stadium. Brownsville Pace and Mac High. We heard from Patrick Shelby earlier. That one's actually a huge game. Pace is still right on the doorstep, trying to make a move to be that last playoff team. They'll want to try to get an upset over in McAllen. And Economedes taking on Mission. That game's going to be at noon tomorrow at Valley View's Tiger Stadium. Again, remember, Mission doesn't have a home this year. They're not being able to play at Tom Landry Stadium, so that game will be at noon. One final Saturday game for you, Brownsville-Rivetta taking on Brownsville-Hanna. That one originally scheduled to be on Saturday, the only Saturday game on the slate.
That's right, and taking a look at some finals from around the valley. Gruya falling to La Feria 51-34. The Mustangs beating the Redskins 42-14. Palmview falling to Weslaco East 48-12. Donna North falling to Harlingen South 49-7. And San Antonio Southside in the fourth quarter, San Antonio Southside over Rio Grande City 27-21. Still a little bit of time left in there. We'll have that final for you later. Valley View falling to Roma 52-14. The final there. Ed Couch Elsa over PSJA Memorial 63-0. And Hidalgo over HM King 20-0.
All right, some more scores here for you. Again, the game that's still in progress right now. We have one other one with Rio Grande City taking on Southside, but the Raiders lead at 35-7. That one already in the fourth quarter. Looks like they're going to continue on this hot streak that they've been on. Brownsville-Porter wins the Battle of Southmost tonight. It's rivalry week, 27-24, a very close one over at Sam Stadium.
Is there a pitada for that?
I don't know if there's a pitada for that. If there's not, there should be. I think we should go cover that too. Port Isabel, 27-24. They bounce back after their loss to Sinton last week. Weslaco, they fall. They're the number 6 team in our power poll after they lost last week to Harlingen. They lose to Los Fresnos, so they may find their way out. Monday, 6-10, everybody. 44-21, Los Fresnos over the Panthers. Sinton over the Bearcats, 48-0. San Diego over Lyford, 24-6, the final there. Progreso gets shut out by Santa Gertrudis, 35-0. Monte Alto shut out again, this time to Odom, 60-0.
And Santa Rosa falls to Banquet 33-12. Santa Maria falling to Fremont 22-6. And St. Joseph's falling to St. Michael's 51-6 as well.
So, and finally here, these were the games that were last night, 21-19. Brownsville Veterans now in the driver's seat to be that number 3 spot in that district, 21-19 over McAllen Rowe. They were in sole possession of second place going into tonight, but Mac High still needs to play their game. Mercedes, again, 63-0 over PSJA Southwest. That one last night. Next week, that huge matchup in 16-5A Division II as Mission Veterans takes on Mercedes. You've seen both of those teams this year when you've been on the sidelines.
It's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited for that game. I'm going to be on vacation, so I'm actually going to go there as a guest, off duty, and as a civilian, see what's happening. But it's shaping up to be just the most exciting part of high school football season, really.
Yeah, it's the most exciting part because playoff positioning matters right now. District championships on the line, all that coming your way. It's been a wild night for us. I know it's been a wild night for you. It's going to be a lot of games tomorrow. Five games now on the slate. It was supposed to be just one, but we'll have all the highlights and scores, krgv.com, and also on our Twitter page at KRGV Sports. For our entire sports team, Bella Michaels, Monica Vianda, Brandon Benitez, and for Rudy Medelas, I'm Alex Salvario. Good night.